And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OSC as we have returned with the round of 16. The round of 16 here of OlimoLeague, week number 234. And we have our first match ready for us. We have our first match. We're going to be jumping into a TVP between herO and herO. Let's go. And game number one is going to be on El Dorado. Once again, featuring one of the more unorthodox maps in the map pool. Once again, when it comes to the format of the tournament, two things. I mentioned before that it is loser's pick. True. No vetoes is loser's pick. On top of that, the starting map is predetermined. It is predetermined on the brackets, so we force players to play on maps that they otherwise don't want to play on, like El Dorado. For our entertainment. It's beautiful. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of El Dorado, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is herO. Let us go. So again, we are settling into our TVP. And again, previously we saw herO, we were able to feature him in the round of 32. He was able to bring down Beyond in a very impressive fashion in the TVT. But what about the TVP? For a very long time, herO, he was known for his TVP matchup. He arguably had the best TVP in the world for quite some time before, you know, the dominance of Clem, of course. And we also saw them both improve as well when herO did join Team Liquid quite some time ago at this point, but they did often say that they would often do practice games together, would often just learn and grow together as well, and did improve their TVP alongside each other. In saying that, though, herO is a different kind of beast. He's a very different kind of beast here. I did see someone in the chat saying like, oh, herO, he's not so hot recently. I would recommend watching this week's tournaments even. herO, he competed in this week's Wardy TV Monday, and we had a banger of a finals between herO and Clem, went all the way to the ace match, all the way to game 5. And again, herO, he was able to flex his PvZ to make it that far. It took down many a Zerg player to make it to the finals, and even then had a good series against Clem as well. So I do recommend it. Was a fun broadcast, of course. Likewise, herO has also been dominant in the KSL. As always, the KSL is the Korean StarCraft League. It is a bi-weekly open tournament over the weekend, and herO, he is often dominant in that format as well, at least amongst the other Koreans. So we'll see. We'll see how this does turn out here and now. So far, we're settling in. Is going to be an economic opener out of herO, going for a Rax Expand, single gas opener here from our Terran player. Meanwhile, herO just going for his own gate expand into, gate cyber expand. So standard openers all around, economic out of herO, standard out of herO. So far, so good. So far, so good. We have our tech of choice. It's going to be a Twilight Council opener here out of herO. Twilight Council, I would imagine, into Blink. There is a niche build where you can go into DTs, for example, but I can't imagine herO is going to embrace that. We should be seeing Blink Stalkers. And the Reaper does get a full scouts. Reaper dives into the main, gets eyes on Twilight Council, and now herO is fully aware of what's going on. herO is aware. And one of the big features of El Dorado, of course, I should try to emphasize as he's getting into his 1-1-1, is just how short the rush distance is by ground, especially if we expand towards each other. If both herO and herO go towards the south and take these southern expansions, it takes very little time at all to go from base to base, from side to side, and aggression and momentum becomes a big factor here in this matchup. Likewise, short rush distance by air as well, so drop play can hit a little bit faster, and I would imagine that's the direction that herO is headed in. Adepts attempt to shade. They get some scouting information. They deny mining time here at the natural. Nice damage so far. And herO is indeed working towards Blink. Now the question becomes, how many gateways? 2 gate Blink, 3 gate Blink, or 4 gate Blink Stalker? Adepts, they force the shade away. Oh, hello herO. As herO is setting up scouting pylons out on the map. So far, we have how many gates? We have 1 gateway on the low ground, and we have 2 gates in the main, so 3 gate Blink in total. Very safe play here by herO. Is designed to have enough of an army to keep up with any kind of early game aggression as herO moves out, and herO has his own Naga, so he spots the move out. Does spot the move out. Looks like herO, he's only vying for map control. He pulls back with the main army, only taking control of the Zonaga. You know, here comes the follow-up, going for the singular Widow Mine drop. Again, because it was only a single gas opener, there's no like second, third, or fourth Widow Mine, just the one. And this isn't really designed to get damage, it's designed to scout, more than anything. Designed to get into the main, get a read on the tech, get a read on how many gateways there are, the saturation, the third base. As he is outside the main, waiting for his moment. Likewise, Kira back at home, getting to his 3-1-1 setup. Tech Lab on the starport, getting to Raven production. So far, everything's looking normal, everything's looking standard. From the side of herO, he does go for further tech before expanding. Interesting. So herO, he's staying on 2 bases a little bit longer in favor of a Bay and a Forge. +1 and Colossus production. So once again, really safe play here out of herO. He had the option. He had the option to go for a faster expansion, go for a third base and focus on his economy. Instead, just really safe. As both players are still building up. Kira has yet to pull the trigger. Kira does have eyes on any would-be third, but the Stalkers will take down at least the Hellion towards the south. Likewise, Hellion on the north as well. So Kira is being zoned away. And herO, I would imagine, is soon to expand. Just wants to make sure that Kira's kept guessing. And there it is. Here comes the probe, and here comes the third. So herO expanding vertically towards the north. Colossus production has begun. Back at home, Kiri starts off his own third CC. And is poised to either land here towards the south or even try and take the gold. Is possible. See how Kira does expand. Likewise, still building up his army. 3rd and 4th ranks, stim, combat shields, +1. Medevac production. And Kira is still yet to really pull the trigger here. He still has that one Widow Mine. Really patient play out of Kira. He doesn't want to throw it away. Doesn't want to just, you know, go in and YOLO and lose his drop. I mean, herO is in position. Did scout the drop with that pylon earlier. So Kira's respecting that. So we're calming down. I mean, we've had a pretty intense couple of games so far with our TVTs and PvPs, but here in this TVP, we're just settling into the mid game, just expanding, getting our third bases, taking up. As we mentioned before, herO was playing very safe. And Kira hasn't taken any chances either. As Medevacs have arrived, he's going to be stripping away the map control of herO. Stripping away any vision. herO pokes in, tank is in position. Kira defends, and Kira, he has control of the Zelnaga as well. So now herO is that much more in the dark. You can see herO vying for control, fighting for the Zelnaga. Does take back control. Likewise, herO just fanning out more pylons. Getting an eye on any kind of drop play. Here comes the expand. Kira likewise expanding vertically as well. As Kira takes the third, herO takes the fourth. Ideally, the Protoss does want to stay up a base. The reason for this is, I mean, mules, right? Like similar with TVZ as well. So the Protoss does want to maintain themselves. Stay ahead on those bases. And now we finally have a Kira being active. He's got to move out. And here he does spot the move out. He's going to try and slow it down, picking up a Marine here or there. Likewise, his Colossus have been building up. We have, oh my god, we have 3 Colossi already. hero's ready. Ideally, he does want to refine the splash damage and diversify, get into Disruptors, get into Storm, alongside Colossus. He's getting there. Immortal production has begun. Typically, you don't want to go past 4 Colossi, otherwise you have diminishing returns, as they just do overkill. Otherwise, there's just wasted DPS. So that is the sweet spot. herO getting ready for his own counterattack, and Kira doesn't really commit to anything. He's just vying for map control once again, securing himself 4 CCs on the way. Yo, no rush 10 minutes, let's go. Both players just building up, maxing out. Massive warp into the main! And the warp in, it looks like it barely will not complete. Whew. Yeah, the warp in is denied. And Cure will defend. Shuts down the drop. Denies the warp in. herO, meanwhile, is being active, trying to catch out that drop. And he will. And Master Snipe's going up. Or swipes even from the Colossi. Blinks in. Going for the Metamax. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3. Oh, a lot of Stalkers are going to be falling. And the Bio Army will escape. But herO, he takes down. He shuts down every single Metavac. All 4 Metavacs go down. herO chasing Cure back. Did bleed out a little Stalkers in the process, though. He has to respect the army. That's a lot of ghosts. That's a lot of EMPs. herO playing with fire. He cannot fight this head-on. Trying to bait out those Widow Mines. He gets 1. Takes down a Widow Mine. Still no Storm behind this or second Robo. Not yet. Meanwhile, Cure, upon seeing all those Colossi, second Starport. Second Starport, Mass Viking production. As he's getting into Mass Viking, there's a second Robo. And this should be the sign of Disruptors. Disruptors should be on the way. And Disruptors, they can no longer one-shot Marauders, but they can still one-shot Ghosts and Marines. Like, they still have value. They're still impactful. 4th base now being taken. herO does confirm. He spots the army rotation. herO pushing in. Coming to catch Cure out of position. Baiting out mine shots. But herO's ready for this massive EMPs. Oh my god. The blinks! herO diving in. Takes some mine shots to the face. That I'm not so sure about. herO, calm down. Has to back off. Reinforcing. No Disruptors yet. The Robos are getting ready. Still focusing on Immortal production. I mean, that is an alternate answer to a Marauder heavy style. As here, he does go for a Zealot run by. Zealots towards the main. Another Warp Prism to main base as well. Going for another Warp in. Once again, is denied. So Cure, he will shut this down. herO pushing in. Once again, pushing into tank fire. And he can't pull this off. Again, Cure is always in position. He's quite heavily fortified here. Once again, herO deflected. Behind this, here come the Disruptors at a Dark Shrine as well. But so far, Cure's done a great job here at defending. Just rotating between the northern and southern bases. I mean, it's only really 2 locations that he has to defend. So he's been rotating back and forth. herO pushing in. Going for the Planetary. Goes for the dive, goes for the blink. Vikings, they will punish. Planetary goes down, but at the cost of the Colossus. Gonna lose one, gonna lose both. Potentially even all 3. herO is cutting back. He'll lose all 3 Colossi. The Stalkers as well, they get caught out, and herO, he plummets in supply. Yeah, that was not it. He may have gotten the base, but he loses everything else. The Colossus, the Immortals, the Stalkers as well. Disruptors are on the way, but he needs more time. And Cure is snowballing out of control. Looking down the expansion, Disruptors have made it. But Cure, he's maxed. He is maxed out. Grazes the army, gets a Marauder. Let's go. Gets a Marauder, but from here, Cure can just stim in. He just stim and win. Denies the Prism. Or denies the Nova. Landing the Vikings. Getting on top of the army. And here it just doesn't have enough. There's just nothing left here. It's very tense mid-game. Both players kind of vying for map control. herO threw away a lot of supply trying to break through. He delayed his own Disruptor production as a result. And Cure could not be broken. He could not be broken. Just really nice defensive play out of Cure. And from here, herO, he shouldn't be able to hold up. He shouldn't be able to keep up. Shouldn't be able to hold on. He has 2 Colossus, true. No more Vikings. Okay. No more Vikings. Here he's holding onto the high ground, forcing back the Bio Army. Getting back into Viking production. And herO does hold. Okay. He's holding on. Making a 3rd and 4th Colossus behind this. Let's go. I mean, again, the Viking count was reset, and without Vikings, the Colossus, they can actually hold on. They can keep up, but he has to be very careful not to be caught out like this. herO pulls away. Doesn't want to get flanked. Doesn't want to get surrounded. Here, reestablishing that northern expansion. 4 base versus 4 base. herO getting a 5th. But last herO, despite having the higher worker count, he's oversaturated. Like, herO doesn't really have efficient mining going on. So Kira's going to be the first to remax. Does rally across. Making his way towards that center expansion. Nice snipe herO on the tank. First tank goes down, second tank as well. And the Colossus, they break through. Yeah, massive swipes going off. Kira getting caught out. Has to back off. Better engage here from herO. He's back up to 4 Colossi. Disruptor is now on the way. And herO, he's back in this. Let's go. And Kira does have his 5th. Oh my god, calm down. Calm down with the blinks, herO. Not the first time we've seen him just aggressively blink in. That was better. Snipes on the Vikings. Kira, he still has the greater economy here, but herO, he is soon to establish his 5th. He's getting there. Likewise, Disruptors have a lot of potential as well. Everything can end with 1 or 2 well-placed Novas. Takes down the Sensor Tower. Rotating over. How many Vikings? It's going to be 8 Vikings so far, so to be 12 Vikings for Cure. It's getting up there. Getting up there with a mass Marauder army as well. Jesus, such a beefy force from Cure. Almost purely Marauder Ghost. That's 19. That's as many Marauders as there are Marines. 19 and 19. Crazy. EMP does graze the Stalkers. So far, both players just posturing with each other. Liberator range on the way. +1 ship weapons as well. Gearing up towards Libs. herO trying to collapse in. Zealots from behind. Vikings, they take down the Colossus. The Novas! Nova's going to be going off. Nice switch out to Cure. But the ground army's being cleaned up. I say that Colossus do go down. Vikings, they land. Zealots are coming from behind. They shut down the Ghosts. Likewise, DTs as well. A very scrappy engagement. The surround gets surrounded. And herO holds. Does force the lift. Does force the pickup. Cure force back. Colossus count was reset. But now it's all about the Disruptors. Likewise, here he will take the center expansion. Does reinforce. With a very cheap army. Has potential. Top left is a planetary once again. Is rotating over. Here he does keep up. Is in position. Decent Novas. To get into the mineral line. Kira, he wants the Disruptors and he gets them. He gets 1, he gets 2. Can he get all 3? Not quite. 2 Disruptors go down. Kira has to back up. Center bases, no shot, he saves it. No shot. Nexus is gonna fall. Meanwhile, Kira takes the gold and maintains a stronger economy. herO also expanding towards the south as well. Liberators have arrived. Oh, he has freedom. Getting into the liberation. And herO doesn't really have the best answer for this. I mean, again, his Stalker count was reset. He has very limited anti-air. Liberators are going to be a real problem here for herO. Scan reveals the army, and Kira is going for a massive counterattack instead. Does move out. That's a massive wave of Zealots here waiting for him, though. See herO trying to come in from behind, coming in for a surround. And where are the Libs? The Libs are not here. Does force the pickup. herO just evolving to a mass gateway army. Let's go. Mass Zealot army. Nova goes up. Ooh, nice connection. Takes down a Ghost. Liberation has arrived, and again, like, nothing shoots up. What does herO have? He's got a couple of Stalkers. 7 Stalkers. Against all these Libs. herO forced back home. herO taking the gold. Kira's being active. herO still going for a massive charge that run by. Here he does get 1 Lib. 1 Lib goes down. Zealots, they hit the northern expansion. They should bring down the planetary. It's a big investment here from herO. He blinks in. And he should get it at the same time. Southern expansion going to be going down as well. Oh, that's a kill, not a cancel. Trading a base for a base. Here he pulls out. Racing back home, likewise trying to catch out the drop as well. Oh! Going for the medevacs. And he will get one. Not bad. One full medevac goes down. Again, it's getting very scrappy. As here, he just keeps reinforcing with 10 zealots at a time. He's crazy. Rotating back over. Here, sniping another lib. Again, herO doing everything he can to just keep the Liberator count as low as possible before the main fight. As herO trying to take the center expansion. Bold move. Guess I'll live. Another lip goes down. herO rotating over. herO trying to collapse in. Colossus was alright. Decent Novas, but Disruptors are getting caught out. Oh, they do catch some of the ghosts though. Oh my god. And the connections aren't too bad. But it did cost herO, what, 3 Disruptors. Liberators are unsieged. herO now reinforcing with Stalkers, and he wants the libs. He gets them as well. That's a, oh my god, how many Liberators are there? 12! 12 libs! They're going down, they're unsieged. Going down one after the other. herO backs up. Doesn't want to stay within range. Jesus, I didn't realize. He has 9, he's making 2 more. Back up to 11. Back up to 11 libs. Jesus. Stalkers, they get behind the mineral line. If the game were to slow down, this is where I would want herO to embrace Sky Toss, but just because of how intense and how many fights and how many engagements there's been, like, there's just no room. There's just no room for Sky Toss. For Tempest. Now the play is really slowing down. herO takes down the CC. Not bad. Likewise gets 1 Liberator as well. And a Viking. Oh, good. Not for free, though. Not for free. Bleeds out a couple of Stalkers. Rotating over. Libs, they do siege up. He dives in. Oh my god, no fear. Does commit. Will take down every single Liberator. Yeah, better engage here from herO. Just catching herO off guard. Nova goes up. herO coming in for the surround. But he doesn't have enough. And now the Colossus, they reign supreme. There's no Vikings. There's no Liberators. The Colossus, they can hold their own. Disruptors are going to be going out. Still a very close fight. Zelda coming to reinforce just in time. herO, he takes the fight. Barely does take the fight. Chases down one of the medevacs. Curie falls back to the safety of the planetary. And the Liberator can reset. I say that he's back up to 4. And again, just really impressive play here out of herO, just catching the libs out of position multiple times. In a head-on fight, herO wins 100%, like as of like 5 minutes ago. But he has been able to fight head-on. Just the non-stop skirmishes here out of herO. Denies mining at the gold with the 1 Colossus. Oh, herO trying to bait out the drop. Nicely done. And behind this, herO taking every other base on the map. Taking even some of Cure's bases. I'll take all the expansions. Going for a split push. But the Liberator will zone away. Oh. At the same time, herO taking down top left. That is an orbital, not a planetary. Liberators go down, the SCVs as well. herO out of position. He's racing back home. And can he get the CC? Oh, one more volley. It's close. So close. Nova goes up. Does zone away. Base goes down. It was a costly trade there for herO, but he does get it. Takes down the orbital. Setting up another Zealot run by. More Liberators building up. Oh. So I'll say try to come in from behind. Likewise, Cure catch. Oh no! Never goes up. Massive connection. It's bold move out of Cure, just chasing this down. He does get both disruptors, but does take an over to the face. And herO, he's maxed. Jesus. Wait, what was it, like 10 or 15 minutes ago where I was like, yo, herO's dead? When herO lost everything, when he lost all of his Colossus, when he got surrounded, like, somehow herO, he bounces back in this game, takes the lead, herO's maxed, Cure down in supply, down in workers, down in economy, and herO, he's brought himself back into this game. He's snowballing out of control. Nova's going to be going off. Ooh, checking out the ghosts. Planetary falls as well. Just very impressive play here from herO. From a very desperate position as well. Things were looking very bleak for him, not gonna lie. It was crazy. Despite that, herO pouncing forward, taking every opportunity, and GG gets called. herO takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Crazy. GG, well played. Just crazy play there out of herO again. Like, he was in a very rough position. He had lost his entire army, the disruptors, the Colossus. He was forced all the way back home. If you remember, that was that one big moment where he was able to reset the Viking count and barely hold on with 2 Colossi, barely stem the tide, was able to fight back. Even then, it was not easy. He was still down in economy, down in bases, but herO, he was just all over the map, pulling Cure apart, and eventually gained value, gained control, and brought it back. GG. GG, well played. Very impressive play there by herO. Very impressive. And herO takes the lead. herO does take a lead. And now we're settling into game number 2. Let's go. Game number 2 is going to be on UltraLove. As a reminder, again, it is loser's pick. It is Cure's map of choice. Here we go. That was multiple kills. He threw all the sinks. All the sinks at it. Remember when he was like remaxing with purely Zealot? Remember that? Like that was crazy. There were just so many crazy phases of that game with herO. Oh my god. But hey, it worked. Eventually. But here we go. We're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the top right hand corner of UltraLove. We have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, down in the series. We'll see if we can bounce back and force the ace match. Representing Team Liquid, it is Cure. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player, leading the series 1-0, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is herO. Never doubt herO, never doubt, never doubt. See in chat, this map looks very cool. Yeah, it's one of those things where the map itself has some really fun features, but as we mentioned before, El Dorado, the previous map, is like, I would say the most vetoed map in the map pool, the most vetoed map, so we rarely get to see it. Just to reiterate once again, here in OlimoLeague, there are no vetoes. No vetoes in OlimoLeague, so we force players onto these maps that they would otherwise avoid, and we're able to get some crazy games out of it as a result. So do appreciate the unique formats, a format that isn't really used in any of the other open cups, as it's more for entertainment value than anything. Like, it's not not necessarily the most balanced thing to force everyone to play on El Dorado, but you know what? It's fun, and that's what we're here for. Let's go. And also amazing games, of course. From here, Cure opening up with a Rax Expand, Economic Opener with a single gas. Meanwhile, herO doing something quite similar, Gate Cyber Expand. We're settling in to UltraLove. Let's go. I want to mention you're doing such a good job of casting, and it's not too easy to make a single cast entertaining, and I love your laugh. Oh, gracias, papi, gracias. Thank you so much. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Yeah, we do appreciate it. We've been casting quite often here, quite regularly on the Cranky Ducklings, like on a daily basis for almost, what, 4 or 5 years? It's been a long time coming. We've been, again, a lot of content. If you're interested, if you enjoy the content, if you want some more casting, if you can't watch live, then check out our YouTube channel. We do upload YouTube VODs on a daily basis, so there's plenty of VODs on YouTube. We stream here on Twitch, on YouTube. We stream on Facebook. We stream on TikTok as well. We're all over the place. All things Cranky Ducklings. So if you're interested, you can follow us. Otherwise, thank you. We appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Thank you. Do appreciate it. What I will say is that I'm a little bit concerned. We've been casting since, what? 12 hours? I think we're reaching 13. We're reaching 13 hours. The stream doesn't say so because we have been turning the stream on and off after each cast. But we started yesterday 13 hours ago with the MC Latin American show match. There was a Latino American show match with MC involved as well. We casted that 13 hours ago, and then we casted Firegrow Cup. That was at the same time as the Basilisk Big Brain Bouts. It happened at the same time, so we're casting that at the same time. And then we're here with OlimoLeague. Let's go. Later on tonight, in how many hours? Later on tonight, in just over 12 hours, we're going to be live casting Master Coliseum. Master Coliseum 8 is tonight, and some more Firegrow Cup as well. So, non-stop casting, baby. All day long, all weekend long. Always, always. So if you enjoy the content, do consider following. We plenty of content here on the channel. Live every day. Always something to cast. As we're settling in, we are going to be settling in. Once again, it's going to be a Twilight Council opener out of herO. So Twilight Council into Blink. How many gates? Last game it was 3-gate Blink. And once again, 3-gate Blink Stalker. Again, it's just really safe. Just a really safe way to open up. As we do have a herO moving out. Initially with Hellions with a handful of Marines. But alas, herO does keep up. Does not get back. Ooh, as herO, he does punish this move out. Shaving off more Marines. There is a Widowmine set up. Oh! And herO, he does notice. Does pull away. Tries to bait out the Widowmine. Alas, unable to, so herO won't be able to chase this down, but regardless, herO holds. herO does hold, herO force back, going for a drop towards the main, and herO will soon finish Blink. Yo, can he intercept? Oh, Blink is done! Okay. Blink is done. herO, he pulls back home. He thinks about it. He thinks about it. Oh! And will he catch the medevac? It looks like he barely will not catch the medevac, as he's just, 1 second too late. The medevac does slip into the main. There are some stalkers in position. Trying to catch him out, setting up for the surround. Medevac is getting low. Likewise, Widowmine here towards the natural. Mine shot going to be going up, but here he does notice. Does pull away in time. Ooh, nice shot, takes down the Stalker. But herO defends. Whew, okay, we can take a moment to breathe. herO does defend. Again, talking about the openers here. Once again, 3-gate opener into Blink. Likewise, Robo into a Bay as well. If you remember last game, herO went for a Bay and a Forge before the third base. But this time it looks like he will delay the Forge and go for a faster expansion. There we go. So as opposed to the previous game, herO is going for a faster third. Meanwhile, he's getting ready for his own counterattack. Blink is done, but there is a tank in the main. There is a tank further back in the main base. He does scout the tank. He is aware. And herO, he's tempted, but he doesn't go for the dive. Doesn't dive in, just containing Cure. Likewise, there's an observer over the medevac as well. So herO, he has eyes on everything, and he's containing Cure on 2 bases. Oh! Diving into the natural, gets 1 SCV, pulls away. So far, so good. And right now, the name of the game for herO is just contain. Oh! Just contain the Terran on 2 bases for as long as possible. We can see that Cure is expanding. He's not going for a 2-base all-in, but he's going to be stuck on 2 bases until his upgrades kick in. Basically, the Terran can't break out until Stim finishes. Traditionally. Typically, want to wait for the upgrades, then the Terran can break out and expand and take a third. Until then, he is stuck at home. Except for the Harass, of course. We have a Liberator, potentially Raven Harass, Widowmine drops. Cure can try to sneak out, but so far, herO is keeping up. From here, herO can now take the third. He's settling into his own Colossus production. Charge as well. No Forge yet. We mentioned before that herO, this time he did delay his Forge, and there it is. Now it's on the way. Again, the Forge was intentionally delayed to get a faster expansion and a better economy. The downside, of course, is later upgrades. So there is a bit of a give and take. Meanwhile, we spoke about herO moving out. Doesn't have Stim, but with the help of all these tanks, he does break out. Forcing back herO. Does force him back home. herO is aware. He's trying to slow this down. Oh! Peeking away at the Marines. Nice control of Cure. He pulls back. And he's quite committed. Stim is going to finish by the time this army gets across the map. And here is he ready for this? He has 2 Colossus. He has 2 Colossi. Trying to engage. Tanks do siege. Forcing herO back. And herO is being pinned against the wall. The tank does survive just barely. Tank volley's going up. herO being forced back within range of the tank. He has to back off a little bit further. Cure did bleed out some of his bio, but the 3 tanks are still alive, and he can push his way towards that expansion. Liberator goes down. Liberator does fall. Oof. Nice blinks out of here, but he still gets punished. And Cure, he doesn't take his chances. Did have a good move out. Ooh, but attack goes down. Did have a good move out, but Kiri has to get the hell out of here. Here, he's built up enough to break out. And Kiri does evacuate with 2 of those tanks. Does get away. Gets away with the tanks. herO doesn't have to push in. His third base is up and running. Likewise, so is Cure's. I would say Cure actually in a better economic position. He's even on bases, and he has mules as well. hero's 4th base is late. The reason why it's late is because of the aggression of Cure. So it did deny the 4th. Did keep herO back. And Cure's not looking too bad here. Not looking too bad, just securing himself, knocks down the tower, walls up. Takes some more upgrades. He does well the observer. He gets up. He gets both. No shot. Takes down both observers. Just barely. The value scan. Behind this herO now embracing disruptor production. He has 3 Colossi. Now into disruptors. Second Forge is on the way to catch up on those upgrades. Getting into 2-1. But it would actually favor Cure's position here. Like Cure has been able to get a faster 3rd base and maintain his economy. herO, because he's behind, this makes sense. He's double expanding. He's taking his 4th base and his 5th at almost the same time. herO has some catching up to do. We did mention that hero's 4th base was late, and he knows that. Is aware. So trying to double expand. Second robo's on the way. For a minute I thought it was a 3rd robo, which would have been crazy. And as hero's embracing disruptor production, we do see Cure going for Vikings, going for that 2nd starport into Mass Viking, into eventually Liberators down the line. For now, just Mass Viking. And both players are building up. So we can take a moment to breathe. We can calm things down. Calm them down, Pat. Oh. Our here pulling away. Starports, okay, Stargate all the way for herO. Now, if you remember, last game we spoke about the potential for Skytoss, and I was talking about how herO couldn't get into Skytoss because of how far behind he was, and because of all the activity that was going on. Both players were in each other's faces almost the entire game. There was no time, there was no room for Skytoss. But here, both players are backing off, both players are expanding, we're calming things down, and in this kind of lull, in this, kind of downtime that we have, I'm feeling a fleet beacon. We can get into Skytoss here. Let's go. Here he's heading that direction. Zelrama gets called out. Stargate is done. And we'll see when and if we throw down a fleet beacon. Here at least he has the tech ready. Has the tech ready just in case. So far he's just keeping up. He's rotating. When it comes to Ultra Love, we should speak about some of the features of the map itself. This map is very defendable. As you can imagine here, there are a lot of choke points, a lot of towers you can knock down, a lot of points of elevation to defend, and we very often see the map cut in half. In a similar fashion here, where Cure takes his half and herO takes his half. And pushing through the center of the map is very difficult. I'm referring to this location here. These bridges here as well, they're very narrow. So we couldn't end up in a longer one, in a longer game state. As both armies are maxed out, Fusion Core is on the way. Here he's working towards Liberators and Liberator range. Meanwhile, Void Ray? Okay. Wait, no, Oracle. Okay, there we go. Oracle's on the way. That makes more sense. Again, at the moment, it all comes down to positional play. It's all about positional play. It's all about keeping an eye on the army. The Oracle brings a lot of utility with it when it comes to Revelations and keeping an eye on the main army. Marine run by on the right-hand side. Dark Shrine's on the way. 3rd Robo. The 3rd Robo tells us that hero's going to commit to ground toss. So we're not working towards sky toss. It's, again, just a tech option that's available to him if he ever so chooses to embrace it. As the armies are posturing, herO taking both corner bases. Let's go. So herO, he's going to be up in expansion. We'll see if he can maintain them. Looking at the units tab here, we have 10 Vikings so far for Cure. 10 Vikings, only 2 tanks, 8 ghosts. Never goes up. Sending away. 2 more starports on there. It's going to be 4 starports in total. Yeah, they should be working towards a more liberated heavy composition. And traditionally, when a Terran's army, as we do have this massive Zealot counterattack, that does try to pull Cure out of position. Medevac's going to be going down. Here come the Novas. Novas go up. I'll pick up here out of Cure. He does maintain himself. Zealots get thrown away, and they only get 3 SCVs. Not the best trade here from herO. Does throw away a lot of Zealots. Disruptor goes down as well. herO reinforcing with just purely Zealot. Let's go. Just non-stop Zealot run-bys. He wants that base. He wants the expansion. Takes down a Ghost. Ghost goes out. Zealots, they deny the mining. Unfortunately, no planetary. They don't quite bring it down. Just herO trying to pull Cure apart. And he's at least denying the base. But he isn't getting much damage. Isn't killing many SCVs. herO's being forced back. Likewise, 3-3 on the way. herO pushing in, trying to find any kind of value here, any kind of stray units. Dives into the natural, catches it, lives, gets 1, gets 2, gets all 4. Gets 3 even. Not bad. Gets 3 Liberators. At the same time, the Bio Army does commit, takes down the Zealots, the foot does force a recall. And the Colossus are here. The Colossus are ready. And herO holds. The Vikings are not in position. The Colossus there, free reign. More Liberators going down. Cure getting pulled apart. 3 Liberators. Very nice big offs. And again, Cure out of position. Running back home. Running into Novas. herO, he's just all over this. He's just pulling Cure apart. Knocking down the planetary. Planetary, that's going to be a kill, not a cancel. As there's no lift. Not this time. And the Vikings, they were just never where they needed to be. The army even. As Cure's trying to hold on. Once again, another dive. Takes down both libs. Oof. Nerves are brutal. The Vikings, though, they can overwhelm. They can try to. But more Stalkers are coming to reinforce. And here he's looking to overwhelm. He's breaking through the main army, pushing up into the 3rd base. Nice EMPs. But where's the follow-up? What is there here? No more Liberators. Barely a Bio Army. Mainly Viking. Oh, and bases are going down left and right. The Nova, oh my god. The Novas connect. They shut down the Bio. Another CC going down. We have mass Lib coming in. Oh my god. But they can't engage. They can't get close. Here he bypasses the main army. GG gets called, and herO will take the series 2-0. Will take down Cure and advance on to the quarterfinals. GG. GG, well played. Very impressive play there out of herO. I love the movement of his army. What was really interesting to see is that herO, he had 3 different groups. He had the mass Zealot run-bys on the right, he had the Stalker Disruptor on the left, and he had his Colossus in the center. Like, he had 3 different groups, 3 different armies. We weren't really focusing on the Colossus because they were just left idle until the recall. And we saw herO just finding more and more value, finding more and more damage. He was picking off Liberators as they were popping out. His Zealot run-bys, they were kind of goading Cure into that counterattack. And when he counterattacked, then we saw the recall. We saw the recall with the Colossus. The Vikings were not with the main army. They were back at home, dealing with or trying to keep up with the Stalkers, if you recall. And yeah, Cure, he was just pulled apart. It was crazy. It was very impressive. GG, well played. herO just all over the map. And with that, does overwhelm. Very impressive stuff. And with that, herO will advance on to the quarterfinals, to the top 8. GG. GG, well played. Again, herO very much so in form, has led to a lot of entertaining matches recently. I mentioned before that he had a banger of a best of 5 against Clem earlier this week, and likewise always the dominant force in the KSL as well. When it comes to Cure, my condolences, he did have a good showing, especially game 1, right? Honestly, there's a world out there where we see an ace match, where Cure, I feel like he should have won game 1. He was robbed of game 1. Like, that was crazy what herO pulled off. It was illegal. Very illegal. I don't know how he did it. But we could have seen an ace match. Not this week, though. Not this week, not this time. Cure does bow out. And now we are getting ready for our next TVP. Up next here on the channel is going to be a Terran vs Protoss between Trap and Gumiho. Let's go.